Sé que Tía repasó el otro video, se cambió solo de cayó.
It's time for our tale of the tape.
El tipo más alto, pesa más.
This bout is so much hype. Facing Joe Frazier, who won gold at the '64 Olympic Games. He threw a punch and just got countered.
El diablo, ahora sí que está jodido.
Got out of the way that right hook.
Ya madre, ahora sí que está jodido.
This fighter has been described as a swarmer, that fighter who attempts to overwhelm their opponent by applying constant pressure.
You've got to be fit to fight a fight like that because they will stay in your face. They will throw punches at you. They don't even let you breathe. You've got to be fit. If you're not fit, the fight's over.
Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Beautiful counter approach. This is a battle royale between two heavyweight bombers. Can't find a home with that jab. Nice counter. This fight has a real good flow to it. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. From this moment forward, he cannot afford. Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt, you've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp. Don't be afraid, don't get sucked in. Make you fight, your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
This fighter embodies the cardinal rule of boxing. Hit and don't get hit.
If you're not giving outside fighter time to think, you've got to make the fighter panic. You've got to rush the fighter into doing things they don't normally do.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Incredible firepower from both of these heavyweights. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
The straight right just misses. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter shot. Just misses with that uppercut. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one.
Miércoles,
Sweet music to his ears. Here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on there. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
It's obvious who the bigger, stronger fighter is. Let's see if they use it to their advantage.
Hard reach as well as speed. Reach as well as power. What more can a fighter ask for?
They won't give us a second to catch our breath. The straight right just misses. Good counter punch. Straight right just misses. You're not going to see as much footwork as the smaller weight classes in the heavyweight division, but we don't care. We want the heavy fist. Nice counter shot. Trying to score with the uppercut. That time cap. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. And around.
Come on.
Back at it in round 4. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now. And style it out. Get on the back foot. Jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
That he doesn't run out of gas. And he scores with the counter. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. He'll get knocked out. These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
Because you've got a good chin, doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those cut areas over them eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
A very competitive round here so far.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out. Those counter punches have to hurt. That counter punch caught him clean. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
Oh my God, el cabrón me está dando el cuerpo.
You have no excuse for gassing out.
Y eso de a uno.
Who's going to land the first big shot? Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditions would have been ridiculous. Like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
One punch changes changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great...
Now what we gonna do right here is settle the score. Look around you.
And spin. It's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Straight right just misses. That jab won't score. That counter shot lands. This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower, calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Stamina is off the charts. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, Larry Holmes now in some real trouble. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
There's a lot on the line here.
Traté de darle, estoy tratando de darle al cuerpo, pero no sé, no me
The
dio.
sixth round. They really seemed to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship round. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Can't land the jab there. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Nope, that uppercut does not score. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've just got to be smart enough. You've got to be like a little Fagel, pickpocketing.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Whoa, Larry Holmes on the back foot. Down goes Larry Holmes. I don't care
Adios,
how good
baby.
this is, a punch like that, and you're going down.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
Tacho, para tumbar ese monstruo.
1, 2, 3.
Son 4 inches más altos y como 10 libras más. O 15 libras más, yo creo.
To win and refusal to stay down as this fight can. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them.
Only one number one, there ain't room for two. There ain't no room. I am the one.
I'm the one.
Last round. Here comes round
It's not
seven.
you,
Trying to get the
Babu.
momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They've staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, you've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head free.
Nice
Eso es lo que me jode, body shots.
Well, these assassins in some trouble here. And Larry Holmes goes down.
Salte.
Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it.
I need to see that again.
Next.
So it's onward and upward.
Y ya que me ganó muchas, ¿verdad? Pues vamos para el rematch. Y mira que me hackearon ahora, diantre. Porque yo sé que la gente se conecta, mucha
Got high
gente se
hopes for this
conecta.
contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good
Y el server
matchup.
pone
I'm Todd
lento.
Grisham. Alongside me,
Pero
former world
puñeta,
champion Johnny
disimúlalo.
Nelson.
Disimula la envidia antes que te maten.
It's time for our Smoking Joe Frazier. This bout is scheduled for 12. We've waited a long time for this fight. It's here, and the fighters are good to go.
Todd, I'm going to stay here till the end of the night.
Así es verdad.
Frazier's been in so many hellacious battles over the years. The trilogy with Muhammad Ali, his fights against George Foreman, a true legend. Nice counter. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. They missed with the jab. Not a lot of defense here at all. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. This fighter has that swarmer's mentality, taking away an opponent's reach, getting on the inside.
Muchacho, el body shot me jodió. La vida ahí.
Good swarmer will get inside you like a bee. Like a bee, just pickpocket and sting you. Wherever you leave yourself open, that swarmer is the worst kind of fight to fight.
For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Swing and a miss for that jab. How about that time counter shot? They both want the knockout. They've got to use their... Did you see that? Oh, Larry Holmes, and Larry Holmes goes down. Wow, let's take another look at that.
Shot from the gods, they say. A
¿Qué
shot from the
fue?
gods. One, two, three, four, five.
Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be... Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need
Me
1
está
hour
hackeando
to get
otra
over
vez.
a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental sense and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Pobrecito.
Those counter punches have to hurt. If you like defense, you're going to love this fighter. Excellent defense. They stay on the outside. They use their jab efficiently, and they don't take damage.
Outside fights create so much unpredictable movement move left to right. That's all balls backwards. You don't know if they're going to attack or defend. Nightmare fighters.
He threw a punch and just got countered. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. submission. Nice exchange here from both men. He's got to figure out a way to neutralize that length.
You cannot be a good old-fashioned long jab. Nobody can get past that.
And this with that jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something.
Yeah, I
Here
know.
we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations you've just been hit, you've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp, don't be a fool, don't get sucked in. Make him fight.
I don't know what they thought this was. I come through smoking. Smooth criminal like pounds just told them.
You're fine. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. If you get pinned over, he's going to pop you off.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. He'll get knocked out. They call it the glory division. There's nothing quite like a heavyweight fight. It doesn't take much to win it. That counter punch caught him clean. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Both men step back for just a moment. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. The perfect counter lands. Larry Holmes just got dazed. And the heavyweight legend goes to the canvas.
Chequeamos de nuevo.
Some amazing boxing right there.
That's lights out right there.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6.
Ya te levantó ahí. ¿Qué ritmo camina ahora? Ah, está nuevo.
Looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown. Back at it in round 4. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff it.
Well done with that counter shot. That left hook missed. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Lucky that hook didn't score. Make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. they get countered. Defense is not an option for these two. Straight right just misses. Nice counter shot. This is with the jab. Is Frazier in trouble? Is this the beginning of the end for this legend? A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Joe Frazier is in trouble. At this point, you
Me ha tumbado, ya lo ha tumbado 2 veces.
On to the 5th we go. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough flash round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on there. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
And he scores with the counter. There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
Some fighters are just gifted. Gifted with his hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Down goes Joe Frazier.
¡Qué madrina, men!
Replay from a different angle.
¡Qué replay, cabrón!
1, 2, 3, 4.
Y te tumba 2 veces.
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
Oh, he can smell God. Look at that. He's putting down walls. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not how to get triggered.
Pretty good start the first half of this round.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T. Play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up the
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? There's no way Frazier survives this. Frazier never one to back off or back down.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Punch, counter punch. Total domination with 10 seconds to go. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
You're being put down. You've got to get it.
This is the beginning of round 6. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up and learn them again. Get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
And he just misses with that jab.
Pero internet me tiene explotado, ¿cómo es?
Nope, that uppercut does not score.
Está todo el mundo conectado. Echa, mira.
And he dropped him. The perfect sniper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
2 y 2, ¿verdad? Vamos a ver, coño, esto.
Well, they're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Defense here.
He's over. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up on the stool again? That was a shot.
Looks like he's leading halfway through this round.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Oh, it's a nice choice.
That left hook missed. Straight right just misses. We enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath, got right.
And there's the bell for round 7. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very surprised.
Shot. Well, he's in some trouble here. Larry Holt is going down, and he's got taken out. Let's see that again.
A shot from the gods took him out.
Tiene que meterle un derechazo o un izquierdazo, pero
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
de que le gane 2 veces corrida, ¿verdad?
Many people would have predicted it, but we
Pero no
got
fueron 2.
him back.
Pero fue porque el internet le metí la madre. Vamos a ver. Que ahí están guardaditos.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is go time. My name is Todd Grisham. Alongside me, English fighting legend, Smokin' Joe. His 3 battles with Muhammad Ali, perhaps the most famous the sport has ever seen. These two have certainly talked the talk. Frazier's been in so many hellacious battles over the years. The trilogy with Muhammad Ali, his fights against George Foreman. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Nice uppercut. The most difficult punch to land clean, and he just did it there. Straight right just misses. Nice counter shot. You're not going to see a lot of finesse and skills from this guy. He wants to bury his forehead in your chest and pound away.
Walk like the swimmer. Be smart. Be sharp. Concentrate what you've got to be confident. Do not dance, because that's normal. What you do that, you give him on the chest. That should have happened.
And nice exchanges from both men in this race.
Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. They exchange punches. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Nice counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. He threw the hook, didn't land. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, this is the time that the trainers come in and say something special. Needs to turn the tables in this. What do we expect to see here in round 2? After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This fighter embodies the cardinal rule of boxing. Hit and don't get hit.
These are my kind of fights. Boxing on the edge of the ring. Using the jab, moving footwork, moving left to right. It's like a bull in a matador.
Swing and a miss with the left uppercut. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than I do.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. There's a counter shot. Caution is being thrown to the wind. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Very close now with 10 seconds to go. Seemed like eternity for them finally comes
Y
to a close.
Well, sometimes it can be the same.
Here we go.
There ain't no room. Only one number one, there ain't room for two. There ain't no room. I am the one. Top two, but not number two. There ain't no room. Came in, cleaned up without a broom. There ain't no room. Still here, still not been moved. I got points to prove. There ain't no room. Straight in, more pain, so more gaining. Here I came in, guns blazing, at Raven. You get weighed in, been training, sick of waiting. Some failing, not plain sailing, entertaining. Check the ratings, let me out. I don't wanna be caged in. Yeah, I'm ready. Who's next up? Pay attention now, you're your best luck. I like to warm up like a few jabs, and then I hit hard like a left hook. My style's unique, not textbook. Step to me, you get yourself messed up. Win or lose, still here, still not been moved. I got points to prove. There ain't no room. Only one number one, there ain't room for two. There ain't no room. I am the one. Top two, but not number two. There ain't no room. Came in, cleaned up without a room. There ain't no room. Still here, still not been moved. I got points to prove. There ain't no room. Only one number one, there ain't room for two. There ain't no room. I am the one.
On round three, who's going to land the first big shot? Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough flash round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet, not until your senses have come back.
And he scores with the counter. Sure why he's not using his reach advantage.
Never get out of options. You've got a good jab, you've got good reach. I know. Nobody can ever get past that jab.
They've got to use their jab better in this fight. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Frazier is in trouble again. Good defense from Frazier.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the muscle. Get back on it.
Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Can you imagine if he knocks out this legend? trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell. There's the bell for round 4. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to
No voy a tocar el internet para que tú veas. Que lo tienen bajo, bajo, bajo.
Don't get suckered in.
Mira cómo está.
Fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Yo creo que se quedó fuerte.
Perfect counter lands. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. Incredible work rate. Beautiful counter punch. It's bombs away. Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a... Oh, wait a minute. Is Frazier in trouble?
Muchacho, mira cómo está.
Frazier never one to back off or back down.
Defense is everything because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. He is down big time on the score.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know
Después está, le dio un reboot al modem porque lo tienen paralizado.
I like that round. Good work. You were thinking, you were giving anything. Go back and win the round.
Y esto me hace.
Don't forget the jab, don't get carried away. Think about the defense on the end of the job.
Y están,
Switching off.
ay,
You need
ay,
to
ay,
stay
ay.
calm, get focused, get your mind on the job, get back out there and win the round.
Normal.
On to the
Best
fifth we go.
for the better.
That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Those counter punches have to hurt. The jab doesn't quite connect. This is a high-octane battle. As we burn through these rounds, this aggressive fighter continues to come forward, seemingly with endless energy, John.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
A lot of effort being exerted here. That counter shot lands. Down goes Joe Frazier.
Chacho, pues claro, si el internet está ahí, ya aquí.
No one's standing up to that one.
Even I've got... 1, 2, 3, 4,
Y no lo quiero tocar porque si lo toco a lo mejor yo gano. So me voy a ir reboots
Final 10
y ya.
seconds here and a pretty dominant display. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure.
Y yo lo estoy metiendo y no sé nada, mira. Estoy explotado.
Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle, man. He's got to bluff him.
They need to be careful they don't push themselves out here. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
Let me explain to you about a class fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed, they're confident, they know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they'd like 4 shots.
Down goes Frazier.
Diadre, qué fresca.
Look at that.
El internet también jodido, mira, mira.
I've got to see that again.
Ah, no, muchacho, me dio las costillas.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are you all right?
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your wrinkles hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up. Suck it up and think, right, I'm back in again.
Oh, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. Joe Frazier is in trouble. What's keeping Joe Frazier on his feet?
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What they're doing. Well, tell them more good to the corner. How are they going to get through this?
Muchacho, tú me has explotado, mira. Está como igual que el internet.
Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one.
El llamado de los botones.
That's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
You're being put down. You've got to think right. Survive and then give it back the next round.
Here comes round 7. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, falls over because I know he's going to get gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
The only fear you have with this heavyweight is has he punched himself out? Nice counter punch right up the middle. Well done with that counter shot. It's knockout or bust for both of these. Did you see that? Are we about to see the end of an era? Are we about to see Joe Frazier get knocked out? Down goes Frazier. A good body shot will paralyze you, and as you can see here, that's exactly. 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Give me more.
La madre. Ahora el internet no tengo de otra.
This fighter has.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot.
Ya iré bien ahora.
That once, you got away with it. You can do it again.
Cogió este ánimo.
Nice counter. Unlucky to miss with that jab. Perfect counter shot. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round. There's the bell to start round 8. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to do this.
phrase second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this could be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now you're going to find out.
Punch, counter punch. Can't score with that jab. Down goes Joe Frazier.
Hasta ahí llegué.
And as we see it again in slow motion, there's no
Sí,
doubt.
pues.
Body punch right there. Buckled him.
Even I
Ahí
ain't
se
gonna see that.
conectaron dos idiotas. Ya, ahora sí que no. Ya me ha tomado como 6 veces.
Well, they're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe?
Mira cómo está el internet. Es lindo.
The instructions are telling you to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe and move, get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
At the halfway point, there's no doubt who's won this round so far.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change it? It's a perfect start.
Well, these assassins in trouble here. And the heavyweight legend
Vamos.
to the canvas. And as you can see here, a picture.
Si no llego a tocarlo, lo toco una vez nada más.
The trick.
I need to see that again.
Come on, KO, baby.
One round, 2 knockdowns, each by a different fighter.
Absolutely crazy.
You were smart, you were loaded up, you were stable.
And there's the bell start round 9. How do you score the last round, Johnny? As both of these fighters went to the canvas.
I've seen that twice before, both fighters knocked down in the same round, and you think who's going to go back as confident, who's going to come out as confident. Both fighters went back on unsteady legs. How is this going to unfold?
Beautiful counter shot. They block the uppercut. Good counter punching. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go, and it's just bouncing up and elbowing you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks you off. What else can you do?
That counter punch caught him clean. Lucky to have avoided that uppercut. The jab doesn't quite connect. His stamina is off the charts. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
Because when you talk about
Stamina is always an issue, you said?
Let's go out there, let's
Or
reset,
internet.
forget about that round. Let's all let their round
Con los dos idiotas esos que están mirando ahí.
next round. Get your mind back on the...
This is the 10th. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
an amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think it's possible. And if they can, their training and conditions would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Smoking Joe may go.
La madrina y ahora.
Now is Frazier still standing? seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Now you've got
Muchachos, ellos siguen hackeándolo. Loco.
calm, because if you panic, you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
Si mejor no entiendo que la meto vuelta.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this guy will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. How about that time counter shot? A straight right just misses. Good counter punch. Nope, that jab not going to score. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go.
Metí bien duro ahí.
This might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
There's a lot on the line here.
And there's the bell for round 11. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
It's the one who draws first blood. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there and you know you're there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
He wasn't ready for that counter punch. Only catching air with that hook. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Catch and shoot. Holding nothing back here in the round. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Nice counter punch. Perfect counter shot. Beautiful counter shot. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. How much cardio was put in?
La madrina.
You cannot guess that if you prepared right.
Me ganó.
And there's the bell to start round 12. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
What are they doing that round? Are they trying to get an early round? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
One punch could end this fight for either of these. Hold that thought! Can you imagine if he knocks out Joe Frazier?
Ella madre, me jodió.
As you can see, it was a hit to the head that did it.
El internet me jodió.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you're out.
Madrina. El reset está en la.